Alright YouTube, and I'm back with another video, of course. And today's video is going to be a story time. Now, this story is about my last boyfriend, my last relationship, and when she, the other girl, pulled up on me. Now, I'm going to start you off from the beginning. Me and her met in like December. Well, we knew each other, but never really like knew each other. Get what I'm saying? We met in December, and I just remember seeing him at one of these cheerleading events, and I'm like, oh, he's cute. Like, he's real cute. So I'm like, let me find his Twitter. Found his Twitter, started liking pictures, all that. After that, exchanging numbers and all that, texting, whatever the case may be. We instantly, like, kind of grew a bond then. Like, we were real close at that point. December came or whatever, and I remember after, like, a couple weeks of us talking, I want to say, I'm not going to tell you what his occupation was at the time, but he had a job. And basically, like, he lost his card, and his car had all his money on it, like, all his money on it, so he didn't really, like, have no money. Like, I don't want to say that, like, I'm not trying to say he was broke, because he had money. He just didn't have money at the time. So, knowing that he was a little setback, like, I would give him stuff that he needed. Like, you need money to eat, I'll give you money to eat. Like, and even when it was my last, I would give him my last. Like, that's just how I am. So, after that situation, we grew a lot closer. Like, that made us a lot closer, I want to say. So, we was together 24/7. Like, when I came back home from school, I was with him. I basically, like, lived with this man. Like, y'all, I never went home. Like, I was always at his house, always with him, talking to him 24/7. Like, that was my man. I had a man, y'all. We grew a lot closer, whatever the case may be. So, as weeks go by, like, I'm just skip through something. So, skip. February came. So when February, it don't even sound right coming out my mouth saying February, but whatever. February came, and Valentine's Day. So, we're going to call him, I didn't even give him a name yet, but we're going to call him Shane. Shane, right. So, Shane wanted to surprise me on Valentine's Day, so he decided to get one of my friends at the time to help him surprise me. So my friend at the time, we're gonna call her Tia. We're gonna call her Tia. So my friend at the time, Tia, helped him come up and surprise me, helped him surprise me with a Valentine's Day gift. So she kept telling me, like, oh, just walk me to the store. And I'm like, girl, I don't even feel like getting up. Like, I'm not walking you. Like, I'm going to be honest, I'm not walking you. So they come to my door. He brings this big teddy bear. And cute. Yeah, I know. So this is when stuff goes downhill. Like, after this, it's like non-stop arguing. Like, not directly after this, but like a month later, a couple weeks later, it's non-stop arguing. Like, I don't even know what we was arguing about. I honestly don't remember. This was last year. I honestly don't remember for us, like, what we was arguing about or whatever the case may be. We was just arguing, like, 24/7. So our arguing just, like, was ridiculous. Like, we was arguing 24/7. We was off and on, all types of stuff. Me and Shane just could not get it together. So as all this goes on, like, spring fling was, like, around the corner at this point. And he didn't like my friends that was at school. Like, he didn't like the girls that I hung with, period. Like, he just didn't really like them, I don't know. I don't know why he didn't like them, but he didn't like them. And he didn't like me around them, of course. So spring fling came, and I was just like, all right, so when I'm like real focused, I don't really be paying attention to stuff. Like, my phone is not a worry. Like, I was having so much fun this spring fling. Like, this was like the best spring fling of my life. I was having so much fun. So I remember he just was like cursing me out because I just could not. Well, I ain't gonna say cursing me out, but we was arguing because I just would not answer my phone. But I couldn't answer it because I was having so much fun. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, and it wasn't even like I wasn't answering my phone. I was just texting back late. Like, I just was texting back extremely late. And I'm not gonna say like, oh, that's good. Like, I ain't gonna say like, oh, it ain't that bad. Like, all right, because if he would have did the same thing to me, I probably would have been pissed too. But okay, so I remember we gonna skip ahead again because like it was just arguing. So it's like it's nothing for me to really tell y'all in between this because it was just a lot of arguing from then on. And all right, so spring fling, we broke up. We ended up getting back together. I don't know how or when we just got back together. Now, this relationship was like so toxic for the both of us that like my friends will witness us argue every single day. Like, I would go in their room every single day and me and him would argue literally every single day. Like, it just was ridiculous, like ridiculous. So I remember coming home one day. See, this is where the tea comes, okay? I remember coming home and we were having a conversation, yeah, and he just got a phone call. Now, this wasn't your, like, typical phone call. Like, all right, I mean, it was a typical phone call. Like, it just rang. So I'm like, all right, maybe it's just one of his friends. So he quickly declined. Look at the name, quickly declined. Phone rings again. Okay, like, at this point, like, if it's one of your friends, like, all right, I know for boys, like, if your man's call you once, he's not going to call you back again unless it's an emergency. Like, he's not about to keep blowing up your phone. And the phone rang like 3-4 times. Like, he's not going to keep blowing up your phone. Your man's not going to do that unless it's like a severe emergency. Like, you really got to answer the phone. So I just knew something was up from then. Like, you're not answering the phone. Why? Like, why aren't you answering the phone? He just, like, would not answer the phone, and we ended up just going to sleep. So every time he wakes up, he gets up and he goes to the bathroom. Now, I ain't gonna say like I be checking phones, but something just like I went with my gut, and my gut was just like press the home screen.
Like, you know you don't know his password, just press the home screen.
Click the home screen, and we're gonna call her. We're gonna call this girl Sydney. So Sydney is all up and down his phone. Like, missed calls from Sydney, like 4. Sydney wrote good morning like 3 times. Sydney sending hearts, like Sydney's going off. So like, Sydney really putting in the effort, like, to talk to this man. Okay, that's fine. So I'm not even the type who's like, you talking to somebody else, like, she probably just don't know. She knew about me. I ain't gonna sit here and be like, she probably just don't know about me. She knew about me. He was posting me every day. I was posted every day. Even if we was arguing, I was posted. So she knew about me. So my first reaction was like, this not happening. Like, I'm getting cheated on. Now, remind you, I haven't really been cheated on. Like, this is like my first time, like, actually being cheated on. So it's like, really? So I just did not react. Like, my reaction was not to react. He comes back downstairs, and I think we were having a convo. Like, I think he was trying to have a convo, and I'm just like, I'm not trying to pay him no mind. Like, I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. So he just like, keep talking, keep talking. keep talking. And this wasn't even that long. I'm going to say it was like 5 minutes since he been downstairs, 5-minute convo. I was not responding to him. And if I was, because I don't really remember. If I was, I know it was like, But I remember just me saying, take me home. Like, that's all I remember. Like, take me home. He like, what's wrong with you? Take me home. Whole car ride. He like, so you done with me? I'm just like, I'm in disbelief. Like, so I just don't remember what the car ride was. All I remember him asking me, was you done with me? And I think, like, the last time he asked me that, I was like, yeah, probably. But I remember getting in the house and just calling him or texting him, like sending him a long text, like, or it was a long call, like, you weird, da-da-da-da, like, really going in on him because, like, I felt some type of way. So he was like, you could have just said all this when you was here, you wanted to do this, do that. Like, you could just said all this when you was here, but I didn't want to. I wanted to say something now. I wanted to say something when you weren't around. I wanted to cause a scene. Duh. So he like, I think after that we just stopped. Like, really was just like pause. Like, it was like no relationship after that. And then, like, I don't know what happened, but we were still talking. Like, I was still talking to this man, still letting him get his little reasonings out. Like, oh, you hear me talking? Still trying to let him get his reasonings out as to why he did what he did. And he was just like,
you don't open up enough to me. Like, you so close. You don't tell me your feelings. You don't do this, do that. Like, then you don't, like,
basically saying all this stuff. Now, remind y'all, I was real open at the time. Like, at this time, like, at the time we were getting bad, I found out that my real dad was sick. Like, my real dad was really, really ill in the hospital. And I remember just, like, going back and forth with him, telling him this stuff, like, telling him my life story, like, crying to this man every time we argued, like, crying to this man, like, about life. Like, and if, I don't know, if that's not open enough to y'all, then I don't really know. Because I was really open with this man. Like, I told him everything about me. Like, there's not much that I can't hide from him, because it was like, I'm trying to tell you, now listen. So, and he was really, like, controlling. Like, it was just in his nature to be overprotective and controlling, I guess. Like, it just, if it wasn't his way, it was no way. Like, he was just not having it. Like, I couldn't do certain things, couldn't wear certain stuff, can't say certain things. Like, he just was not that type person. Like, no. And, like, I was going to be with him, like, 24/7. So, which I had no problem with. I mean, that was my man. So, but yeah, like, this is how it was. So, time goes on, we still talking or whatever. So, me and him talking, and it was just like arguments. And we, like, not even really together. Like, we just talking, and it was just like arguments. And I remember just like the girl. I forgot her name. The girl, the side chick. I forgot what I said I was gonna call her. The side chick. Yeah. So the side chick basically follows me. She followed me on Snapchat. So she followed me on Snapchat, and I see the name. Now, I automatically see the name, and I'm just like, that's her. Like, that's her. So I'm going through her snaps, and just to, like, see her face, like, see who she is. Going through her snaps, and I'm like, kind of know shorty. Like, I kind of know her. Like, we both had a mutual best friend. So it's like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, I knew you, but like, I know you. Like, we have a mutual best friend, or like we spoke before, or like we had a convo before, like online or something like that. So she's like posting videos of him, posting pictures of him, posting their convos, and I'm really just like, baby girl, you can have, like, if you doing all this and he really like entertaining you back, like, it's nothing I can do. Like, now he wants you, so like, can't be mad. So until I started seeing stuff, like, she would call me Casper. Like, she would just start throwing little shots, like, coming from my makeup, coming from me. I'm cute. So she would like throw those shots here, there, whatever. And I'm just like, get your chick. She's over here harassing me and you're letting her. Like, get her. Let her know her place. Let her know she's not in my spot. And that's just period. So, and she's not ugly. I'm not going to sit here and say she's not ugly. But you ain't going to call me ugly because I'm cute. But she's not ugly. So, I just remember telling him, like, she's really saying stuff about me and you're allowing her to talk about me. Like, you're allowing her to say something about me. Like, say something to her. And he just like,
I did. I told her that she need to stop. I told her this, that, and the third. Well, what you saying back to her? You gotta be saying back to her.
I'm not saying nothing back to her. I'm not saying nothing back to Shorty. Tell her, leave me alone. Like, that's just it. So, she just keep doing it. So I'm like, all right, like, he can't be telling her nothing. Like, she keep doing it. Time goes on, same stuff happening. Like, same stuff happening for like a week or two. And I remember just telling my two cousins. I remember telling them the situation, and they were just like, they're hotheads. So it's like, nothing can get to me. Like, you can do stuff for me, and I'll be like, where it's like, they're popping off from the rip. Like, they're going to say something to you. You're going to hear their wrath. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel their wrath, okay? She DMs me. And she's just like, so she's the side chick. The side chick DMs me, and she's like, like, basically, like, what's your beef? Never mind y'all. If I said something about this girl, I would have told y'all about this. Like, I did not say nothing about her. Like, I don't know if he went back and told her, like, I was saying this, that, and third. I said nothing to Shorty, about Shorty, nothing. Unless I was talking to him. Like, I never went online and said anything about her. And she was doing all this to me. So unless I was talking to him, like, get her, that's the only time that I said anything about her. So she DM'd me basically, what's your problem? We having a convo, argument, whatever you want to call it, in my DMs. Well, it wasn't an argument. It was just like a convo. And she was like,
He told me the only reason why he's still with you is because you need him and you ain't got nobody.
Now, y'all, at the time, like I said before, like, my dad was passing away. I never sat there and said that I ain't have nobody. I probably ain't have nobody to talk to at the time, but I got more than enough people in my life that I have behind my back, okay? I have the utmost support, the utmost family. Like, my family is expanding every second. Like, no lie. Like, my dad has a lot of kids. My mom got 3 kids, but she has a lot of siblings. So it's like, I will never need you. I have a whole bunch of cousins, and I have friends who I love, who love me, who support me, so I never needed you. And I probably told him this. A couple of times. You know, when you said, I need you. Yeah. So, I just remember calling him. He at work. I'm just like, you told her I needed you? I don't need nothing. Like, I don't need nothing from you. I don't need you, da-da-da-da. He, like, I just remember hanging up, and he probably, I don't know, like, but I remember wishing the worst on this boy. Like, after this, so here's where it get crazy. After this, she's still coming for me, still talking about me. And it gets severe to the point where now you saying my name. And remember Tia, the girl, my friend, quote unquote, my friend who helped him surprise me on Valentine's Day, she writing with her like, oh, Aaliyah mad because this, that, and the third, her boyfriend, her da-da-da, I got her man, da-da-da. Saying all this raw stuff. Now, I knew Tia since I was 2 years old. We grew up on the same block. Like, that was my best friend. That was my best friend up until 6th grade when she decided to do whatever she did, and we fell off. And me and her was friends up until then. We was friends up into this whole situation, but that was my best friend. Like, I knew you since I was 2. Like, it was never a time I was never at her house. And Tia posted the message of her talking about me with my name in it, and I don't follow Tia. No need for me to follow you, Tia. So, so she posted a message that she talking about me in, and I'm just like, it was so many people sending this to me, like, that's wild. Y'all real wild. Y'all wild. So I'm just like, paying it no mind. Now, when I told y'all my cousin's not like me, now my cousin's asking them questions. Like, I'm still paying them no mind. They writing about me, and y'all disrespecting me online. Now, I'm not going back and forth with you online. That's weird. So, my cousins just decides, like, they're going to write them. So, they're writing them. I don't really know how this all happened or whatever the case may have been, but sis wanted to fight. They whole setup date, like town where we meeting at, sis pulls up. So she pulls up with Tia and another girl. Now it's already me, my 2 cousins, and I think like my best friend was there. And I was on the phone with one of my cousins. So she pulled up, and long story short, skip things, we fight. Now she don't pull up directly to my house. We meet up at like a train station down the street. We fight, whatever the case may have been, and I remember my cousin telling Tia, like,
I just want to know, where's your loyalty at? Like, who you really loyal to? Like,
Tia's like,
Aaliyah was never loyal to me. She's always been fake. You and her been fake. She's never been loyal.
so I'm just like, rub it off, whatever. Keep it going, whatever. They just going back and forth, and they end up fighting. So we break that up. So we break that one up. We go on about our lives. And I remember him sending a text to me like,
I'm sorry, you're such an amazing person. You're going to find somebody who really, is going to be there for you, who's really going to be the best person you ever.
and I'm like, oh, cute. Cute. Until he sends her a message like,
I changed my number on these bees. I don't want to be with nobody else but you.
where was that same energy for me? Like, where was that same energy for me? That's just how I feel. Like, I didn't get the same respect that she got. So maybe I was the side chick. I possibly was the side chick for real. When you think about the story, well, no, because she knew about me. I didn't know about her. But I possibly was the side chick for real. Like, he really wanted to be with this girl. Like, you really put somebody in my spot. That's cool. But as life goes on, you eventually get over stuff. And all I remember saying to him is like, I wish you the worst. I wish you nothing but the worst. I hope the worst come to you. I hope everything that's going your ways fails. Like, I just hope, like, all this crazy stuff. And he ended up getting hurt. and he ended up going to the hospital. So me being the emotional person that I was, like, when I found this out, I wanted to go see him. So I go see him in the hospital, and you know, I just remember sitting next to him, and I was crying, like, oh, like, really crying, like, cause like, you don't want to see nobody that you ever loved in that predicament. So it was just like, and before this, so let me tell you, like, way before this, my dad passed away. He texted me like, sorry for your loss, yo. Exactly like that. Sorry for your loss, yo. I'm like, thanks. He like, do you even want to talk to me? No. So, when he was in the hospital crying, whatever, all by his side or whatever, I just was like, I remember my friends coming into the room when he was in the hospital. Now, remind y'all, I had like came home from school. Like, came home from school to see him. So my friends came in the room, and they was just like, I remember one of my friends was just, I ain't even gonna tell y'all what she said. Like, never mind, I'm not gonna tell y'all what she said. But it was out of pocket, and it was funny. So it was just hilarious. And I remember just having a convo with his friend, like, the second day. And this was the last day because I was going back to school. So his friend was just telling me, like, what do you think is going to happen after all this? Like, after all this, how do y'all think y'all relationship is going to be? I was just like, honestly, he won't see me after this. Like, this will be the last time that he sees me. And I hope he's happy. I hope he gets well. Hope he gets better. But that's it. Like, that was the last time that he did see me in life. Like, in real life. Like, face to face. I haven't seen him since. And I remember, so Tia, the friend, we're going to get into her story. Tia, the friend, so her and my cousin make up. Like, they make up, which is like, I don't feel no type of way about that because we were all friends at one point. Like, we all were. So her and my cousin make up, and I remember she just telling them, like,
I would like to have a conversation with Aaliyah. Like, I want to have a sit down with her and talk about everything, you know?
Just like, honestly, no. 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 We're not having no type of conversation. I mean, if you want to apologize, your apology needs to be as loud as your disrespect was. So when you're disrespecting me publicly, I'm going to need an apology publicly. And that's just how I feel. Other than that, I don't want to talk to you, sis. I don't want to sit down with you. What T.I. say? I don't want to kick it with you, skate with you, none of that. So, yeah, after that, that's kind of what happened. I mean, and that's the story as to how the side chick them pulled on up on me. Now, I'm not going to say that me and him haven't spoke since this. Like, I speak to him here and there. I just wish everybody nothing but the best. Don't that sound mature? Like, I wish everybody nothing but the best because I'm happy now. So, like, after this whole incident, I've been happy. I've been living my life. I've been the happiest I've ever been, the glowingest I've ever been. Like, the beginning of my years was always rough. Like, the beginning of this year was really rough for me. Like, you deserve better. And if y'all don't hear it every day, like, I'm going to tell y'all, y'all deserve much more than what y'all take. Like, you gotta know your worth and add cents to it, okay? Add cent, baby girl. Add a couple thou if you want to. Throw in a mill if you want to, okay? Because you gotta, the price done going up. That's all I'm saying. Like, everybody's price done going up. It's about to be 2019. The price done going up, baby girl. Or baby boy, okay? Because y'all need it too. That's my story time. And like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what y'all think about the story. Like, I want to hear y'all point of view on it. Like, If you like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead, do all the things I just said before. And I'll be back again with another video.